Hi there, Pisces. Welcome to my channel. This is Yetta Pearl. I'm so glad that you've joined me. And I want to say thank you to you guys because you are helping me continue to grow this beautiful channel and helping get more people to be able to hear their messages. And that's just a beautiful thing, no matter which way you look at it. So thank you. And so if you have not yet hit subscribe, please do, and share with the people around you, because this is a lot of fun and some really great spot-on messages coming through. It's so gratifying to be able to channel that guidance for people. Yeah. So this is your general angel reading for the week of August 30th through September 5th of 2021. So let's just see here what, okay, interesting. Okay, so looks like you're experiencing a change, and so they're telling me that this is in your work situation, employment change. So some of you, it feels very much like some of you, you're just thinking about this and you're wondering kind of if it's a good idea. So yes, it is. Get looking, polish up your resume, get help with that if that's what you feel. Excuse me, I apologize. Like there are people who do that for a living, or partly anyway, they assist people to make sure their resume is up to snuff. There's even government agencies, I think, that will help you with that. So definitely get looking. For some of you, you've already done all that stuff, and you've been looking, you've been applying, and now here you are. You're experiencing this employment change, and it feels really good. It's exciting, and it's a new thing, and you had gotten kind of jaded at your old place, right? Is how this feels. You were kind of like, it's almost like you still liked the job, but you weren't really feeling all that useful anymore. Maybe it was kind of like, I've attained everything I can attain here, and so I can't really progress anymore. That's how it's feeling, or it was feeling, and so the new employment brings everything just up a few notches, right? More excitement, more things to learn, to keep you sharp, to keep you growing. And man, that feels good. That feels really good. And so we have this employment change. And for some of you, it's not that big. Like they're kind of giving me this big feeling, this big excitement, this big change. But for some of you, it's not that big. Some of you, maybe you've stayed in the same company, but you've moved to a different desk or something. For some of you, it's maybe not even employment. For some of you, maybe you're moving, maybe like to a new home. Maybe you're switching up your relationships, kind of, is kind of how that feels. There's some people that, maybe you've outgrown them. And so it's not a fight or anything like that. It's not an abrupt change, but it is just kind of, leaving them by the wayside. If you stop calling, it'll fizzle out. That's how that goes. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's totally fine. There's also this, take a divinely guided change. And so, we're talking about the same thing, and this is kind of why they're saying it doesn't have to be just employment, but for a lot of you it is. That's why they gave us both these cards. It is change, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I probably messed with your head. Anyway, okay, big camera shake it was. So it is a big shakeup of your world, right? And it's time, though. It's divinely guided. It's a choice that you're making, and it's a decision that you're making on purpose. And it is divinely guided, and you are completely supported while you do that. So, some of this feels like a relationship change for sure. There's something that's coming to an end. Perhaps you're moving out because of that, or things along those lines. It doesn't necessarily feel very good at the moment. There's so much, of that other stuff all mixed in, that you can't even really feel the good part yet. It just feels icky. But your angels are saying it's okay. It's all a progression. You're getting there. You're doing what you need to do. You're taking the steps. And that's exactly what you need to do. And they're there with you every step of the way. They're supporting you. You know, ask them for help. If you need help getting moved, and you need help getting boxes, you know, ask them, and then, you know, they'll tell you how to accomplish that, right? And so follow that change, and it won't be very long before you'll realize what a blessing that change is. Yeah, that's awesome. And it's oh, okay. It's time to decide. And so they're going back to this divinely guided change. It does take a decision. So, for example, if we go back to the you know, what they were saying already about perhaps it's a change in a relationship and perhaps you're moving because of that, it takes a decision kind of on both parts, but really more yours, to know for sure that, okay, today's the day. I have to get packed and I have to get moved. I have to do this. This is what's happening. It's not even necessarily that today has to be the moving day. It's that today has to be the decision day. It's something that your angels are saying, you know, you have to do this. If you decide not to do that change, your angels are still on your side. They absolutely are. But right now they're saying that it looks very much like you're going to have to make that change no matter when. So it's better for you to do it now rather than later, is what they're saying. This also, you know, could apply to, or applying for the new job, just simply moving to a new home. Perhaps you're purchasing a home instead of continuing to rent, or, you know, things along those lines. Maybe the opposite. Maybe the sales market is huge right now in your area, so you want to sell your home and rent for a little while. When prices come down, maybe you'll buy something again. You know, maybe those are the decisions, right? It feels like things along those lines: employment, home, relationship, right? So make your decision. You can always change it later. Honestly, you can. And they're kind of going, but don't be wishy-washy. You know, it's not a back and forth kind of thing. When you make this decision, make it with full faith that you're following through with that. If at some point in the future it turns out that, oh, okay, now, like, it was good for then, but now I need to change back to this other thing, well, then that's what you'll do. It's not that you made a mistake. It's that for now, this worked great. And if it should stop working great, then you get to make another choice, right? That's how that works. Okay, so they're saying any decision that you make right now, it'll be good for right now. You don't have to stress over making a decision to last the whole rest of your life. No, that's not how it works. Our world, our lives are fluid and flowing all the time, and so we're always making decisions and new decisions. This works great for this little bit of time, and then make a new decision, right? That's how it goes, and that's how they want you to approach it. So that nothing is absolute permanent. You know, like, yeah, take that stress off of yourself. Mm-hmm. So there's some teamwork going on here, though, and this feels very much like that new job that they were talking about. And so they're showing me that you're not really used to that teamwork. You're used to you're used to that it's supposed to be teamwork, but going forward, it's actually going to be teamwork. So you've got some learning to do with that. Because you know, you thought you were trying to do that before, nobody else would cooperate, but now people are cooperating. In fact, they've already been doing it before you got there. So now it's up to you to slot yourself in there and be of assistance, not of resistance. right? Yeah, keep that in mind, because in the past you've been the one kind of saying, like, come on, you guys, let's work together on this. It'll work so much better, and nobody would, and then you get a little bit pissy about it, and that's part of the reason why you wanted to leave the last job, right? And so now what you're stepping into, that teamwork is there, and it's real, and it works. And so now you will have to learn how to actually do it. You're the one, you thought in the last job, you're the one who knew anything about it. In this one, they all know, and you're stepping in. It's new to you. So yeah, be of assistance instead of being in resistance, is what they're saying. Okay, awesome. And so, it's time to release some resentments you have about money. So, for some of you, that is the way you grew up, that there was never money for you, but somehow there was money for other stuff. And so you gained some resentment about that. Or even if just there wasn't as much as what you wanted. So it didn't feel good. It never felt like there was enough. It never felt like bountiful. You're still kind of carrying that energy with you. And so it's time to release that. Bring it out. It's like you don't fully realize you feel that way. So sit there and think about that. Think about your whole life and how it has pertained to money and what it feels like at every step of the way, like at every age group kind of. And like, take your time. Don't rush through this. Take it out and see how much you resented not having money, or that you couldn't you couldn't use it for what you wanted to use it for. And really examine how it felt. Let yourself feel it again, and then say, okay, it's over. It's in the past. It is no longer valid. It is no longer part of my life. And truly get rid of it so that it's gone. Do that for every stage of your life right up until today. And then you create a new belief. What do you want life to be like with money? How do you want it to be? You get to decide how you want it to be. You get to decide how you feel about money. It's up to you. Okay, let's see. And so, you will know in the morning. So this whole reading, everything about changing your employment or perhaps some other large aspect of your life, maybe your home, maybe relationships, all those changes, and knowing that money is there to serve you instead of the other way around, and the teamwork, making the decisions. And by tomorrow, and they're saying it's not quite literally tomorrow, but by the end of the week, certainly by the end of this month, you're going to understand the ramifications of these decisions you're making, of the changes you're making, and at that point you can tweak things. But in general, you're going to like it. Yes, but there's still room for tweaking. Okay, so that's awesome. All right, so I'll just let that loud truck go by. So let's take there it is. No, it's not. They're telling me keep going. The daily guidance cards, and we'll get one last bit of wisdom from your angels. And there it is. Oh, there's two. Okay. What do you desire? So it's kind of, they touched on it a little bit earlier. Sit and think about what you want. And feel what you want. How does it feel to have that? How does life feel? How does it look? What are you doing in your daily life? In your perfect life? What do you want? And really, really flesh that out and feel it and live in it in your daydreams as much as you can. And that is what brings it to you. And then we have here, reward yourself. Because, like, who wants to just work without any rewards all day, every day, week in and week out? You need to take time and reward yourself. Have some playtime, have an ice cream, have, a day out, have some extra sleep. Whatever it is that really feels like a reward to you, maybe you'll actually be able to go on a vacation, and reward yourself. Let yourself feel good. That's the whole purpose of life, is feeling good. Let's just feel good. Okay, awesome. So, Pisces, can you assist me, please? And let's send a whole bunch of that feeling good to the whole world, to all the people, to everybody who's struggling. Let's just help them have some relief from that and have some love and some compassion. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. I want you to know that I appreciate you and I love you, and I'll see you next week.